Hey gang, Nick Bellis. I'm back to make Football Yards Week 8 picks. Nick's excited. Nick's so excited that he's talking in the third person again.
What the Rock is cooking!
Now we were on bye last week, but we went 2-1 in Week 6, and we're now 7-2 on the year. Wait, 7-2 you're saying? That doesn't add up. Well, we were actually suspended for the first 4 weeks of the year. We all violated the league's performance-enhancing drug policy, but hey, it's paying out. It's paying off now. We're back, stronger than ever.
One word to sum this all up: credibility.
Now lately we've been getting a lot of questions about these weekly pick segments. How are you guys so good at this? How do you come up with all those sweet props? But by far the most common one is, why don't you guys have heads?
I will tell you at the time. I'll keep you in suspense.
As for the third, we're actually minor celebrities, but we want our football acumen to speak for itself. We don't want to rely on our fame. We even go to the trouble of disguising our voices. Now, that being said, I may slip into my real voice from time to time. It happens, especially when I'm talking about tumors.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
Excuse me. But we're going to do our best to not get found out. Alright, enough prelude. Let's get to the games. First up, we have the Cincinnati Bengals, who get the honor of being represented by an actual Bengals helmet because they're my favorite team. And they are going up against Washington, whose name we won't say.
I am the least racist person.
Now, Washington is represented by a pair of hands that just cannot do the simple task of holding on to a ball. Matt Jones. Now, the Bengals had a get-right game against Cleveland last week. Their defense still doesn't look very good, but the ground game got going. And guess who's just as bad against the run as Cleveland? That would be Washington. You throw in the fact that Josh Norman might be out for Washington, and you're looking at A.J. Green, Andy Dalton having another nice day, especially if they get complimented by Jeremy Hill and Gio Bernard in the ground game. All in all, you should be looking at the Bengals having a jolly good old time in old London.
Get back from the Queen's Golf!
Out of here. Next up, we have Oakland at Tampa. Uh-oh, it's a battle of two pirate teams. What are we going to do for props? Now, the Raiders get the honor of being represented by this large knife. It's a repeat prop. I'm sorry, but it's a good one. For Tampa, unfortunately, I don't have anything. Ty was going to bring in the perfect prop. He had a really good one, but unfortunately it got intercepted on the way to work, much like a Jameis Winston pass. Oh, snap.
I don't get it. Neither do I.
Now, we're going to keep this one real simple in terms of predictions. The Raiders are 4-0 on the road. Tampa is 0-2 at home. You're looking at a pretty good team going up against a pretty bad team. Derek Carr still has the Oakland offense firing. Latavius Murray is back. Take Oakland. Expect more mistakes from Winston against a Raider secondary that's getting a little bit better every week. They're still not great, but they're on the rise. Sean Smith is looking better than he did. It's still not a great situation for the Oakland defense, but it's good enough.
Why we can't win? Why we can't win?
Okay, thank you, baby.
Why we can't win nothing?
Okay, last up we have Philadelphia at Dallas. Philadelphia is represented by this owl, which I stole from my son's playmat. No, I did not win Father of the Year. I'm not sure why you're asking. And then we have Dallas, who are represented by this album cover for Pink Floyd's The Wall. Now, if you can't figure out why, you're not a real football fan. But since this video is probably only going to be seen by our moms, I'm going to go ahead and explain anyway. Dallas has a really, really good offensive line. Now, Philly has a pretty stout defense themselves. They showed it last week. They've really been showing it all year. But they're better against the pass than they are against the run. We see the Cowboys doing to Philly the same thing they did to Green Bay and Cincinnati. They're going to come out, pound the rock behind their wall, build up an early lead, and that's really going to put pressure on Carson Wentz and Philly to keep up and make the most out of every drive. And that is just going to be too much pressure on the rookie QB. The Dallas defense is nothing special, but it's playing better than expected, and it should make enough plays to get the W. After all, failure is not an option.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women.